In the Eternal City, a year of endless journeys on public transport costs just €250. That's less than 0.70 cents a day, dwarfing the price of many morning coffees. Yet, millions of Romans and tourists prefer to walk, a paradox born from evolution and necessity. Sore feet over a €250 annual pass. Our bipedal gait is an evolutionary flex, a complex choreography built over millennia. Humans are walking machines. Walking just 8,000 steps daily boosts your brain's blood flow by 20%, an ancient upgrade against modern traffic stress. Forget the bus. Navigating Rome on foot allows for 360-degree sensory input, a living museum where every corner holds a surprise. Visitors to the Colosseum collectively walk over 15,000 kilometers annually, a pointless pilgrimage halfway around the Earth's equator. The battleground is treacherous, though. The city's San Pietrini, hand-laid basalt cobblestones, are designed to test ankles and evolutionary patience. This bipedal assault activates over 200 muscles with each stride, more than your entire upper body contains. Your own feet offer a predictability a Roman bus schedule can only dream of. They leave when you want, every time. Over 21 million foreign tourists descend annually, creating a slow-moving human glacier that clogs every major thoroughfare. This forces a tactical choice: join the subterranean rat race, or navigate the maze of living history around the Trevi Fountain. An hour walking through the Forum burns 300 calories. One scoop of gelato costs you exactly 300 calories. Perfectly balanced. A choice to walk is a choice against the urban cage. You are an explorer, not human cargo packed for shipping. Some researchers believe our brains are hardwired for this. Constant visual discovery on foot releases small hits of dopamine. 250 hours. That's 10 full days annually, lost to the daily commute for the average Roman. The annual pass may be cheap, but beyond the euro, the true currency for Romans is often time, and navigating the city's arteries can be a battle. Price Tag Cities is here to break it down. Rome's public buses are notoriously unreliable, with 30% arriving more than 15 minutes late. Imagine needing to be somewhere important, then your ride decides to embrace La Dolce Vita on a detour. Meanwhile, the underground metro, while often faster, plunges you into a sensory-deprived tube. You miss the city's symphony of chaos and beauty above. During rush hour, a Roman bus packs in 4 people per square meter. That's a higher population density than an emperor penguin colony. Yes, really. It means personal space is merely a suggestion. The average Roman, as we just highlighted, spends 250 hours annually commuting. That's like losing over a week and a half of vacation time just sitting. What a vibe killer. Imagine your phone battery draining just by trying to get somewhere. Rome's public transport can feel exactly like that, just a constant drain. However, many Romans choose to walk, embracing the city on foot. Walking for just 30 minutes daily reduces risk of heart disease by 30%, adding years to your Roman life expectancy. Your cardio routine could be your commute. An average human walks at 5 kilometers per hour. A Roman bus, during peak times, averages only 12 kilometers per hour. The speed difference isn't always vast. To buy a single public transport ticket, priced at $1.50, means diverting roughly 20 minutes of minimum wage earnings. Your feet cost nothing, zero. How do you fit over 25,000 archaeological sites into a single city center? The answer is the built-in allure of Rome. This city wasn't designed, it was layered. The historic core, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, spans 14.3 square kilometers. It's an open-air museum where you can find 2,500 distinct historical sites just within 5 kilometers of the Colosseum, with layers dating back to 500 BCE. So, what does this mean for getting around? It means that trying to drive here is like solving a Rubik's Cube with oven mitts on. The real city only reveals itself at a human pace. Narrow vicoli or alleyways are the city's arteries. In fact, more than 60% of the historic center's streets are too narrow for cars. Your daily walk also comes with a free workout. Around 20% of walking in Rome involves an incline, with street gradients averaging 1 in 10. This isn't a bug, it's a feature. The average Roman already walks 6,000 steps daily. Now, you might ask, what about the metro? Rome's metro system has only 3 lines, a tiny network compared to London's 11. Digging deeper constantly risks unearthing priceless artifacts. It's a preservationist's dream and a commuter's nightmare. Even ancient Romans routinely walked 10 to 15 kilometers daily. This pedestrian DNA persists. Many historic apartment buildings lack elevators, making stairs part of the vertical commute. And there's a payoff. Researchers at Sapienza University found that walking these ancient streets can reduce stress hormones by 25%. Ultimately, the city's design forces your hand, as 7 in 10 key destinations require a walk. A typical stroll from Piazza Navona to the Colosseum is about 2.5 kilometers of pure, unadulterated history. 4,000 extra steps. That's the average daily walk for Romans compared to many European capitals, a pedestrian preference quietly shaping the very fabric of Roman life, impacting health, pollution, and commerce. This pedestrian preference isn't just about personal convenience. It's a lifestyle choice that quietly benefits the city. Consider this. That translates to an estimated 1.5 to 2 hours of moderate-intensity activity daily, far exceeding global health recommendations. Less driving within the historic center means 10 to 15% lower CO2 emissions than in cities with similar populations. And the local economy? It thrives on this foot traffic, with 60% of small shops relying on passers-by for primary sales. Doctors are seeing the physical benefits too. They observe 30% lower rates of obesity and type 2 diabetes among long-term Roman residents compared to national averages. Plus, the noise pollution levels in central Rome are up to 20 decibels lower than in comparable, car-heavy areas. Rome's urban planning, initiated by Emperor Augustus in 27 BCE, actually included dedicated pedestrian routes and public spaces for gathering, setting a precedent that continues to pay dividends. Choosing to walk boosts mood. 3 out of 4 regular walkers report reduced feelings of anxiety or depression. This contributes to a cleaner urban environment, with particulate matter PM 2.5 concentrations 15% below European urban averages. Property values in these pedestrian-friendly zones around historical landmarks see a 10 to 12% premium. Residents report 20% higher satisfaction with their neighborhood due to walkability, fostering community bonds over quick commutes. And for infrastructure, reduced vehicle use extends the lifespan of Rome's historic cobblestones by an estimated 50 to 70 years. 70% of central Rome residents participate in the passeggiata nightly. That's a lot of people choosing steps over speed. It's a living lesson in urban design, proving that cities can be built for people, not just cars. Beyond the social charm, Rome's pedestrian focus supports over 1,500 independent local businesses, thriving on direct human interaction. Researchers from the University of Rome found that this active lifestyle adds nearly 2 years to healthy life expectancy compared to less walkable capitals globally. Even tourists notice, 1 in 3 reports wanting to stay longer just for the walking culture. This ingrained habit significantly cuts pollution. Carbon monoxide levels in central districts are 40% lower than city averages. Urban planners worldwide now study Rome's ancient street patterns. Converting just 10% of urban roads to pedestrian zones can boost retail sales by 15 to 20%. The city collectively covers over 500,000 kilometers on foot daily. That's like driving from New York to Los Angeles and back 40 times. 92% of Romans consider walking essential to their identity. Investment in pedestrian infrastructure outstrips vehicle projects by a 3:1 ratio, a modern echo of ancient priorities. This ensures Rome remains a living museum, where walking is a profound cultural act. So, in a world racing towards hyper-efficiency, Rome offers a timeless lesson. Sometimes, the slowest path is the richest, weaving history, health, and community into every stride. What do these things cost in your city? Let us know below.